So this is going to deal with the idea of getting the spoon out of the water. We're going to deal with the actual propulsion part of the stroke separately. But the end of the stroke here, we are just using our arms, okay? We've used our legs and we've opened our back, so we're sitting back a little bit. And the arms are basically just going to try and negotiate a nice clean and preferably timely extraction. Now in the tank, the actual water, because I'm tearing through it, demonstrates what hydrodynamically is happening. So if I just take a few strokes here, you can see that behind the spoon, there's a bit of a hollow. And in front of the spoon, there's a bit of a wall, a bit of a sort of build-up. So what I'm doing is I'm creating pressure in front of the spoon and creating a depression behind the spoon. And in the tank, what I'm trying to achieve is to take the spoon out while that depression approaches the spoon. So it's almost like taking it out of a hole as it arrives. And if you look at the little wave behind it, I'm trying to avoid allowing that wave to catch up with the spoon. I'll just not do that and you'll see the difference. Like that. And immediately that wave catches up with the spoon. It sort of traps the spoon. It sort of sucks on the spoon and holds it in. Now, in the river, on the water, when we're floating in a boat and stuff, you know, the spoon isn't moving so much as the boat is, you can't achieve that level of build-up at the front and depression at the back unless you're some sort of an Olympian. And as a consequence, you just have to think theoretically. But remember, what is happening is that when you stop pulling on the handle continues to move towards you because the boat is moving past the spoon. So the timing of when to stop pulling and when to start tapping down is for you to find out. At the front end, I can show you angles, timings, positions, heights, all sorts of stuff. At this end, you just need to understand that you need to experiment a little bit. At some point, you stop pulling. At a subsequent point, you start tapping down and away. But what you don't want to be doing is sort of doing that, thinking that suddenly you have to make a vertical movement like that. What happens with the handle is it doesn't really change speed. It goes around the back of a bicycle chain. It sort of continues at the same speed. So you just have to get the timing right so you actually stop pulling on it and continue round. Don't do anything suddenly. There's no jerking, there's no wrenching, there's no like this. There are some coaches who still ask you to do quite a rapid movement of the hands around here. I think they are fewer and far between. Normally we talk about the handle speed in being reflected to the handle speed out and away. So it is like a bicycle chain. So it's all about timing, it's all about trying to get it right, it's all about trying to just experiment. And you should be prepared to experiment. Don't get stuck with a problem. If something doesn't work, try something different.